Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to try something a little bit different. So I have this Modern Renaissance palette that's by ABH. This is what it looks like. So a while back I saw, I think on Twitter and Instagram, that there was a dupe for it, which is the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette. I finally was able to get my hands on it because it was sold out everywhere. And so I want to test it out. So I hate swatches, okay? They are ridiculous, trying to like hold it up like this, trying to do that. Takes forever. So ignore the fact that this is like ghetto as shit. I did them on this little piece of cardboard. This was a piece of my Sephora box, my Sephora play box. So this is all of the shades in that Wet n Wild palette, and these are the matching shades that are in the Modern Renaissance palette. So you can see they're pretty fucking identical. So I want to see, you know, doing one on one side and one on the other, if, you know, they turn out the same. Because, I mean, the one thing about swatches are, I mean, you can kind of, you know, get a feel for the color of them, but you can't really see how well they work. So I want to see if they have the same performance. So, you know, if one's a little sheerer than the other, one's patchy, that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to do the Modern Renaissance palette on this side and the Wet n Wild on this side. I probably won't use all of the colors because that's a lot of colors for one tiny ass eyeball. But I am going to try to make a look out of it. So if you are excited about that, give me a thumbs up. If not, don't give me a thumbs down because that's just rude. We're not here for that. Okay, so let's get, I'm gonna take just some instant age rewind and put some primer on my eyes. And I can't see my face. Really sucks to be like blind as a fucking bat. I have to use my up close mirror. And you can see I obviously did my eyebrows already because nobody really wants to watch me do my eyebrows. Let's be realistic here. I'm just gonna let's lay down some of this. I'm gonna use just some of this Sephora Micro Smooth powder just to set it. Nothing too fancy. And I'm just gonna put that all the way from the brow bone to the lid. So now we have a nice base down. I have some brushes, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, let's see, this tempera, however you say that, and the matching shade over here. So let's start with the right side. So there's quite a bit of kickback. And I'm just using just an eyeshadow brush. I don't even think there's actually even a name on this. This was one I got off of Amazon. It came in a set. They were green and pretty and I wanted them. So I'm going to use that color all over. Okay, so didn't really do much, but I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to do much. So, damn. there's quite a bit of fallout on both sides. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's why I do my eyeshadow first. Okay, let's see. What color should we do next? Let's do this. Let's go with this brown transition shade. I think that's Warm Taupe in the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm going to wipe off that brush, and I'm just going to use the same brush since that other shade was pretty non-existent. Shouldn't be a big deal. And we're just going to put that on the crease and right above the crease. There is a hair. Got it, it's fine. Well, it went on really nicely. There wasn't as much fallout and stuff on that one. Where did my brush go? Oh. I don't remember which one. Okay. I'll clean off that brush, and now we're going to go into the Warm Taupe in the other palette. Holy shit. I got too much. That one definitely has a lot more pigment to it. They both went on really easily though. So let me just try to deepen up this side so they match. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna take, let's see. I want to try out a few colors. So let me try out this other transition shade. That's Raw Sienna in the other palette. And powder. Put that just a little deeper in the crease. Pretty shade though. And then, so we'll go into Raw Sienna in the other palette. And that brush is not gonna work for me. Okay, let's take this other nameless brush. Go into Raw Sienna, and we're just gonna put that right in the crease. So that one appears to have a little more color payoff. So we'll just fix that. All right, let's see. What color should we do next? So, ooh, that one still has some powder on it. Let me wipe that off. I feel like a hot mess today. That's where we're at. Okay, so now let's go into something a little deeper. Let's do, oh wow, you can see there's a little fallout on there. Let's go into this orange shade right here. That is Real Gar, I think that's how you say it, in the Modern Renaissance palette. Put that just right in the crease. Just right above the lid. And then we'll go into the Real Gar on the other palette. Ooh. it definitely looks like they came from the same palette. So that's good. So let me wipe the color off those brushes. There we go. And now I'm gonna go into this red shade right next to that. And that, I believe, is the red ochre. I think that's how you say it. So we'll put that. There. And now we'll go into the red ochre. Just put that right on the top half of the lid. Not really going for a specific eye look, just playing with some colors. Yeah. So now, let's try. I need some more brushes. That is what I need. Okay. So now I'm gonna go into this kind of pinky shade, which I think is Love Letter out of the Modern Renaissance. And we're just gonna put that right on the lid. That's pretty. So let's see. It looks like there is a lot more pigment in the Modern Renaissance palette, but you can also see there's more fallout. So if that's something that bothers you, just take a note of that. Let me add a little more to this side. So the side's a little brighter, but it's okay. So now, I'm gonna go into this dark brown, which I think is Cypress Umber from the other palette. Oh, I just took a chunk out of that. Look at that. I just took a chunk out of that one with my nail. Oh well. Okay. So we'll just put that on the outer corner. Ooh. That had some fallout. Ooh. There was a lot on there. I didn't think I put that much. And then we will go into Cypress Umber. Took one dip off of that. And we'll put that on the inner corner. I feel like the brown in the other pan had a little more payoff there. Ooh. It's looking a little crazy, but that's fine. This one is a little bit of a darker. This one sheared out a little better. But, you know, this is fine. This is fine. So, let me, I'm going to play with some more colors. Let's try this gold color, which is Primavera in the other pan. And let's take that on just a little detail brush and let's put that just right in the inner corner. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So we'll go into Primavera on the other palette. Now there is glitter all over my face, but that's fine. Okay, let's go into one more color just so I can say I tried most of them. Grab a brush while you stare at the side of my face. So I'm gonna go into this bronzy color, which I think is the antique bronze in the other palette. And let's just run that along the lower lash line. That's pretty. So, there we have it. And if you want to look at them side by side, this is what the two pans look like. You can kind of see what the kickback situation is on there. But you can see, I mean, this is just like a mini dupe. So let me put on some mascara and I will be right back. Maybe. Okay, actually, I think I'm gonna try out some new stuff for mascara. So I'll go ahead and do this on camera. So I'm gonna try out this Lancome, let me get that up there. Hello, maybe. Well, this is a lash booster. It's like a primer, basically. Oh, upside down. So I always like the white primers. I don't know why. Just it makes me feel like it does more because I can see it. Yeah, let's try that actually. Let's test that and see if it actually does anything. So first, I'm going to take this Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara. Ooh, look at that Christmas tree. So we're just going to do the primer on one side and no primer on the other one, so we can see if it actually makes them look better or longer or anything like that. I will say that if you are a beginner or not quite as comfortable with makeup, this wand might be a little intimidating. So keep that in mind. Especially when you're doing the lower lash line, since it is freaking huge. So, let's take a closer look. Well, it actually does look like the lashes look a little longer on that side versus that side. That is something I do see. I feel like the fallout on the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, I said that weird, Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, I feel like the fallout was a little more intense and kind of stained more, which if you do your eyes first, that may not be an issue, but if you know, get red stained under eyes on top of your foundation, that might be a little frustrating. I feel like the pigment on this side is definitely, you know, more vivid. This side's a little more toned down, but you definitely can build it up. They both blended out about just as easily as the other. But in my opinion, I honestly think this is a really good deal. This is probably like, I don't know. I don't remember how much this one was. I'll have to look and see. But I think these run for like $42. And this was definitely under $15. So if you are on a budget, I would say go with this one if you have been looking into getting this one. Or if you're, you know, just wanting something in this shade range. This is a really nice palette though, if you do, you know, want to spend the $42 on it. But that is a big price. But I'm going to say that this Rosé in the Air palette is a really good buy. They don't have shade names, which, I mean, it's a drugstore brand, so I mean, but, and the packaging obviously isn't as pretty as this one, but for under $15, this is a really good deal. So I would recommend this. That is my final say on that. If you want to have one more look, this is the comparison. I mean, that's pretty fucking identical. Let's be real. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling on because you're just like, shut the fuck up. I see what it did. Now stop talking. So, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed these products, if you enjoyed seeing if eyelash primer works, give me a thumbs up. And leave me a comment down below if you thought that this was a good dupe for this. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on other social medias. I will list all of those down below, so you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. I don't really check Snapchat anymore because it's too much, and it's not about that life anymore. But yeah, so don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.